Hi and welcome to our channel, the best place to learn how to use and master Canva. In today's tutorial, I'm going to show you step by step how to create a thumbnail like this one, a thumbnail that makes people want to click on your videos. You can create them for free with Canva, so anyone with a Canva free account or a Canva Pro account can follow this tutorial. So, are you guys ready to start? Let's go to my computer. Okay, so here we are on my computer and today we are starting from YouTube. So the first step that I would like you to do is to do a simple search on YouTube. So for example, for this exercise, we are going to create a thumbnail on how to create a thumbnail. So this is what I searched on YouTube. And these are the first search results. So what we want to do is to check what these videos are doing, what these thumbnails have, and maybe we can take some inspiration from there. What I can see here and what I would like to apply into our own thumbnail is that if you pay attention to the first design, the second and the third one, they have like some rectangles with color behind the text. Like for example, here we have a gray one, blue one and black one. Here we have a green rectangle and a black one behind the white text. So we want to do something like that. And we also are going to add a photo to the thumbnail. So as you can see here, we have the photo of him, we have this photo on the right hand side, and then we also see him here. We can also, if we want, we can apply some icons or some images, as we can see on these thumbnails right here. So this will be the first step. Do some research to take inspiration from the videos that appear on top when you are doing your search on YouTube. Okay, so for the second step, we are going directly to Canva. So what we are going to do is to use this search box and we are going to type YouTube and then we are going to wait for these suggestions here that Canva gives us. So we are going to use YouTube thumbnail. This one already has the perfect dimension. So let's click here. This is going to take us to this page in which we can see a lot of templates and we can select the one that maybe represent more or less what we are trying to communicate or maybe has a similar aesthetic to the one that we are using on our channel. So for this example in particular, I'm going to use one of these templates that has some rectangles behind text. So if you remember, I'm going back to YouTube. We have here these rectangles behind the text, and that's something that we would like to recreate or take inspiration for our own thumbnail. So I'm going to start designing with this template right here. So I'm just going to click on it and Canva is going to open the editor and then I'll be able to start customizing this design so it looks more like my style. I'm going to delete some elements that I think I'm not going to be using. I think I'm just going to use 3 text boxes. So basically this one and this one I'm going to take it below right here. I'm going to make it bigger, just slightly bigger. And here I'm going to change the text for how to make. And then the second line, YouTube thumbnail. Okay, so this one, you see that the text box automatically broke my 2 words into 2 lines. But I want this one, like YouTube thumbnail, to be situated in just 1 line. So what I'm going to do is super simple, super easy. I'm just going to take this anchor and move it to the right until the second word comes into the first line. So I guess this one should be it. And I'm going to do something similar for the first text box. So I'm just going to take the anchor on the side and reduce the size of this box. Okay, for the third text box, I'm going to type here, easy and free. I'm taking inspiration from the other thumbnails actually. So now, what I want to do before going ahead is to change the color in the background of the text, or like this rectangle that is behind the text. How do we do this? I'm just going to make this one a slightly bigger so you can take a look. So this one is a little bit difficult to see because the background is blue, but let's try with the red one. Here we can see easily that we have the text box, and then there is a little space here. This is actually the rectangle that is behind the text. So I'm going to click on the rectangle instead of the text. If you select the text, you see here on the toolbar, we are going to see options to customize the text. But if we click on the rectangle, this toolbar changes, and now I'll be able to change the color of the rectangle. So I'm going to click here and I'm going to select a red color for this text box. And now I'm going to do exactly the same process for the other two text boxes. And no text boxes, the rectangles. And I'm going to change this blue color for a black color. So as you can see, I hope that you can see, I'm clicking or selecting the rectangle, and then I'm going to change this for black, and I'm doing the same for the first rectangle. And I can see that I forgot an S here. I'm just going to add it and adjust here the size of my rectangle. So I guess this one looks better. I actually want to change something here. I think this text box has some more space on the left hand side rather than on the right. So what I'm going to do is to select the ungroup button. And now I'm going to use position and center. So I'm going to align the elements to the center. And like this, I think it looks more aligned, or it looks better. Then I can group these two elements again. I can actually do something similar for these other text boxes to be aligned to this one and this one. So I'm going to show you a trick over here. So let's go to File. I'm going to Show Rules, and then I'm going to select Show Guides. So we are going to create a guide here, and I want it to be aligned to the easy, and then YouTube will be aligned here as well. And then the how to make, it will be aligned to this guide as well. So let me ungroup this text to the rectangle behind and move this text to the guide. Of course, I will need to extend the rectangle as well, so it looks more aligned. And I guess we are fine over here. I'm just going to select the rectangle and the text box on top, and I'm going to group it, and I'm going to do the same for the second line. So later on, if I accidentally touch one of these elements, I will be moving the two of them instead of just one. This is basically to make our process easily. Okay, so now that we have our text ready, I'm going to show you how to add elements or icons, illustrations to our thumbnail. So we are going to use the menu on the left hand side, and we are going to open the Elements tab. Over here we can search for certain elements. So for this example, I'm going to add a YouTube logo. So let's type YouTube and see if I can find something that I can use. I guess I'm going to use one of these, and I'm going to position it on this corner as it's it's already empty, so I'm going to utilize this empty space, and I'm just going to tilt this element a little bit to add some movement to our design. Okay, so lastly, what I want to do is to add a photo and something to the background so my thumbnail stands from the crowd. So I'm going to delete this image because we are not going to use it. We are going to use our photo. So I'm going here to the menu on the left hand and I'm going to uploads. Okay, so on this section on uploads, you can actually upload your own media. So if you click on this button, you will have access to your computer and you will be able to select the image that you would like to import to your Canva design. So you can upload images, videos, you can import your audio or your songs if you are creating a video directly from Canva. I already have my photo, the photo that I'm going to use on this thumbnail right here. So with just one click, I already have the image on my design, and I'm going to position this photo over here. Also, what I'm going to do, as you can see, the photo is on top of the text. So having the photo selected, I'm going to position and then I'm going to select backward until my photo is behind the text. Now that I have this photo, I actually think that I would like my face to be kind of like facing to the text. So we are kind of dragging the attention to the text instead of out of the thumbnail. So for this, we are going to our toolbar and I'm going to select flip and then flip horizontal. So like this, I'm actually looking towards the design. I'm going to extend or make this image slightly bigger, so it's easy for people to recognize me when they are scrolling and trying to find a new video. So okay, I think this one is done. And now let's add something to the background. I would like to have something that actually catch people's attention. So let's go to the Photos tab or the Photos section on the menu on the left hand side, and I'm going to type gradient. So you can select any of the images that you prefer for your design, but for this one in specific, I think I will go for these gradients. When you are here on this little search result, pay attention because some of these photos are for free, are available for free, and some of them are available for Canva Pro users. So here you have this little label. This one says free, this one has a crown and it says pros. If you are using a Canva free account, you can go here to this filter and then select availability free and then apply filters. Like this, you are filtering all the results, and now you see all the photos and images are free. So I'm going to select this gradient and I'm just going to drag it towards the background of my design. So like that, I have something more interesting going on in the background of my design. Now, I'm going to add something else. I'm going to add 2 more elements before finishing this design. So basically what I want to do is to add something going on in the design so it stands out more, something that make it look more like a 3D design. So for this, I'm going to elements again. I'm going to close this old search, and then here I'm going to select the square shape. Okay, so now we have this square and I'm going to position it on top of my page and I'm going to reduce its width or height, and I'm going to stretch it until the other side of my page or my design. Now I'm going to change the color to white and then position backward, just one step, because I just want the YouTube logo to be standing out or popping out. So I'm just trying to make this thumbnail to stand out from the crowd, having this little effect going on in here. Now I'm going to add a page over here, and I'm going to add something from another template that I think is going to make this design a little bit more smooth. So let's go to templates, and here I see this design, and I really like this shape that is in between the photo and the other side of the design. So I'm just going to click on it to bring this template to my Canva design or to my Canva editor. And now I'm just going to select this element and right click, copy. Now I'm going back to my design, right click, paste. Okay, so this is it. This is the exact element that I want. And actually I'm going to close here so I can delete the second page. And I'm going to work with these elements to position it backwards. So backward, backward, and that's it. So I just wanted this element to be behind the text, but on top of my photo. So I think this element is kind of like helping me merge this photo to the background, so we don't see this straight line, you know, from the photo going to the background. I think this is going to add something nicer to this design. Lastly, I just thought of something that can add something else to this specific thumbnail, and it is a shadow. So I was telling you that I'm trying to create an effect here, so it looks kind of like this icon is popping out from the design. So what I'm going to do is to add a shadow. Let's go here to photos and let's type shadow. And here, this is the shadow that we are going to add to our design. So let's click on it. Let's close this window. And now I'm going to position this shadow over here, and I'm going to make it a little bit smaller, and I'm going to tilt it a tiny bit. And now let's position backward like this. I hope that this is going to get people's attention and people are going to be interested in watching this video. Okay, so we have our design ready, and now I'm going to show you how to download it to your computer so you can then upload it to your YouTube channel. So before going to the last step, I'm going to recommend you guys 2 tutorials that I think you may be interested in watching after finishing this tutorial. The first one is one tutorial in which Ronnie shows you an easier way to add shadows to our elements or photos in Canva for free, and how to add cool frames also to our images. And then I'm going to recommend another tutorial in which I show you 13 different text effects that are going to make your designs very unique and very trendy as well. Okay, so now that we have our design ready, we are going to download it. So let's go to our navigation bar on top, and let's click here on this download button. I will suggest you guys go for a JPEG file type, because this one has a small file size. And sometimes it happened to me before that I was downloading a PNG file, and when I was uploading this file to YouTube, it said that the file, it was too heavy. So that's why I'm recommending you guys to download it as a JPEG, because this one will have a smaller file size and most probably will always pass the YouTube test. Okay, so this is it. You have your JPEG file, and then click here on download. And I would like to ask you guys if there is any other thing related to YouTube and Canva that you would like me to teach you. Maybe there is something that you would like to create on Canva, maybe a video, YouTube intro, YouTube outro, I don't know, another kind of thumbnail. Let me know in the comments, and I think this will bring me a lot of ideas to create tutorials for you. Next week, Ronnie will teach us how to easily create infographics with Canva for free. So if you are interested in that tutorial, subscribe to this channel right now. This will be also a good way to support our goal of this year, which is to reach 100,000 followers. On the other hand, if you want to learn more about Canva, I'm going to leave you guys some tutorials right here that I think are going to help you a lot, and I'm also going to leave an affiliate link right here in case that you want to try Canva Pro for free for 45 days. That is 15 days more than in Canva's website. So I guess this is everything for now. I wish you a nice day and see you in the next tutorial. Bye!